Hello everybody, Razorblade Mango here, and this is Outlast 2 Spooky. But in all seriousness, I'm very much looking forward to Outlast 2. And this was a very nice surprise to wake up to. The fact that they released a demo for Outlast 2, and it's free right now. It's up on PS4, Xbox One, and PC through Steam, and this is the version that I'm playing. I'm playing the PC version, of course, if I can help it. But hopefully this footage comes through okay. I'm still testing the capabilities of my recording stuff on my PC, so I hope this turns out okay. So, Outlast 2 is, well, it was one of my most anticipated games of 2016. Yeah, I think it was even in the top 10. And now, it's one of my most anticipated games of 2017. Because, like Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and South Park Fractured Butthole, it got delayed out of holiday 2016 and is now going to come out early 2017, or I don't know about early, but it will be in 2017. So the reason for that is that I greatly enjoyed the first Outlast. It was one of the first games I ever played when I picked up my PS4, and I loved it. I thought it was. A lot of people criticize it for, being a jump scare fest, which it is. And usually I don't like games that focus, particularly horror games, that focus so much on jump scares. But Outlast is one of my exceptions because of how incredible the detail in the environment was, particularly with the insane asylum. I loved how it felt like kind of an old school game where you had to walk around and it was this very interconnected space where you'd be backtracking a lot through certain areas in order to find new key cards and passcodes and all that shit. And the build up to the jump scares is what made that game work, because it wasn't just like it felt like it wasn't trying so hard to be scary. It felt like it had a really comfortable pacing to it, which I really liked and I thoroughly enjoyed. And now we have Outlast 2, which has a setting that is more akin to my own personal taste as to what I like. I prefer these open, like a satanic cult complex like this, like what they're doing in Outlast 2, compared to something like an insane asylum, which I like insane asylums, but a lot of games focus on insane asylums, and it's kind of an easy. It's a very go-to setting for your game, particularly if you're a horror game. But I really like this kind of cult complex that they're doing, and particularly with all the really disturbing, gross shit that they managed to pull in the first Outlast. I'm very pleased that they are not holding back for the sequel, which could have been a trap. They could have decided to make it more, maybe not friendly, but more approachable to certain people that are squeamish to really fucked up, disturbing stuff. And that dead horse, that's like very mild compared to what comes next. So, okay, well, I guess I have to warn you. If you are squeamish about violent stuff, I would not recommend playing this game. I would not recommend watching any gameplay of it, because it is nasty. The first game, I'm surprised the first game even made it onto PS4 and Xbox One, because of how disturbing it is. But it has like full frontal male nudity, lots of hanging penis in those games, particularly Whistleblower. You have the groom in the whistleblower, which was a guy that liked to take inmates and cut off their penis and then try to make the cut off portion into a makeshift vagina where he'd try to have sex with it and it's fucking gross. That's the gist of it. It's gross. And there's stuff like that in Outlast 2. I'm sure you'll find it eventually. If we haven't gotten to this part, which I think I'm watching this like on a smaller screen. My eyes are kind of darting back and forth between the footage and some other stuff on my screen, but there is some really screwed up stuff in Outlast 2 demo. So that makes me happy that they're going to keep that hard edge tone to it. The game looks great too, as expected from them. Red Barrels has a really good reputation with having, maybe not the best looking engine, but it's kind of like Dark Souls, where you don't have to have the most photorealistic, polygon-filled graphics, but what matters is the little things, the detail, and how effective those are. And I think that, in my opinion, makes for an overall more pleasing presentation compared to something like I guess Beyond Two Souls, that focuses so much on, or any of the Quantic Dream stuff, that focuses so much on photorealistic facial capture that it's gonna age poorly in the years to come. Ugh, sorry, I'm still yawning. I'm surprised I still am. My eyes, like, still kind of like waking up here, but it's early morning, and my first thing is playing this horror game, where I get swallowed by a tongue in a well. So that's interesting. And I had already seen this demo, so I knew what to expect, but like PT, there's this bit where like a monster could jump out at you at any time, and that's the bit that I hate the most from PT. I love PT. PT's my favorite piece of interactive horror ever. But I hate that section where you have to go through it and you have to get jumped and killed by the ghost. And it's just this fucking nerve-wracking experience trying to go through it. And it's exactly what, like, if you notice the camera being all weird on this portion, is because I had like my hand over my face, like trying to like barely get a glimpse of like where I was going, so I wouldn't be like walking into a wall repeatedly. So I was just on the edge of my seat during this part, just not wanting to look. Like I want to see what's going on, but I'm just like look, you see, like I'm kind of like inching forward, and that's because I have my hand over my face, trying not to. And why would they do this? Why would anyone look at that music box and go, oh yeah, let's play it, I want to play it? And it's like, no, don't do that, you dumbass, don't. But I kind of expected them to change the demo around a little bit for just the sake of surprises, but it is the exact same demo from that I saw, like it, I think from E3, and then they showed it at Gamescom and on PewDiePie's channel. So it's something that I've seen before, but the cool part is it still creeps me out playing it. Just with the very surprisingly minimal usage of jump scares here. There's only maybe like there's only like maybe 3 in this whole demo that I can think of, and they're really good jump scares, like this one right here. That freaked me the fuck out when I played. Even when I saw it on PewDiePie's channel, I was like, holy fuck! I like jumped back. So that's good. And thankfully it doesn't do it again, so that's good. But I'm wondering, like, what is going on with this cult where I know like it's some kind of like a satire on religion, like it was in the first game, where you had the priest character who wanted to turn you into an apostle and then staged a Jesus Christ like death. Not exactly, because Jesus Christ didn't, get lit on fire and burn up while he was on the cross, but it was similar in most respects until the actual point of death. So the way they're gonna, I guess, tie this to something like a Sunday school, teaching children about religion and stuff like that. I guess this is what Outlast 2, the whole like satiric subtextual theme that's going on through this. And this game already, it's reminding me of, there's this really excellent horror movie. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it's this really fantastic horror movie called The Sacrament. And it's about this camera crew that goes to this this cult and tries to film what they're doing, and it's an attempt to get one of the characters' sister to come back with them. And what they find there is really screwed up and demented and really, really disturbing. So it's giving me, this Outlast 2 demo in particular, it's giving me Sacrament vibes. It's like a Sacrament mixed with, I guess, Children of the Corn, because you're going to see corn in a bit. And it's like what they're doing with Resident Evil 7. They're bringing in a lot of movie influence into this. Like Resident Evil 7 is going to be like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre mixed with, I guess, Blair Witch, which is fine with me. That sounds like a really cool spin on Resident Evil. And here I can see they're doing like Children of the Corn mixed with The Sacrament. I don't know if anybody from Red Barrels has ever seen The Sacrament, but if they have, that wouldn't surprise me given what goes on in this demo. But yeah, now we're just running away, which is a trope from the first Outlast that they're going to be doing again. So that was cool. I'm glad that they're bringing that back. That it's not just going to be a walking simulator. It is... I like that there's more of a stealth element here, trying to go through the cornfields, where in the first one, a lot of it was just running and hiding in like lockers or hiding under beds, and I'm glad that they're going to expand that feature more with hiding in plain sight, or not exactly plain sight, but hiding in an open field, which that sense of vulnerability and exposure makes it even more terrifying. And okay, so spoiler alert: if you're squeamish about, if you've made it this far and you're still squeamish about like genital mutilation, just cut this video off right now. It's about to happen. I'm warning you. Okay, there we go. Oh God, right there in the balls. I don't know what it is about Red Barrels and genital mutilation, but they love it. Like Telltale loves fucking with eyes, and Red Barrels loves fucking with penises. So that was Outlast 2. Comes out 2017. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.